It is possible the state of Tennessee can take your child away from you and put him or her in foster care without a single allegation of abuse or neglect against you.
Now, if you don't think that could happen, you need to hear the story of a Franklin mom whose story really is hard to believe. Fox 17 investigating tonight the juvenile justice system and its shocking power. Here's Dennis Ferrier.
Who has more rights in a court of law, criminals or parents? It may sound ridiculous, but watch what happened to a Williamson County mom.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Tori Harper sings her sons the same song every night. Tori is a financial advisor, but her true love is motherhood. You can see that in her kids' artwork. My hero is Mom, says Ethan. Mom, who fought the bad guys for them, he will tell you. People called the Department of Children's Services, and some judge. It all started when Tori's 3-year-old son told her something inappropriate happened to him when he was with their father. The couple's divorced. Tori reported it to DCS, and the nightmare began.
And I was interrogated for 2-3 hours with no videotape, no attorney present. I was a little intimidated, but at that time, I still didn't think I had done anything wrong.
Remember, there's no allegation against Tori, yet DCS asked her to surrender her kids on the spot, relinquish custody during the investigation.
And there was no way I was going to give strangers custody of my children, even for a day or two.
As you can imagine, Tori is upset, emotional, as she argues with DCS for her children. The very next day, Tori says DCS secretly went to Williamson County Juvenile Judge Sharon Guffee and asked for an ex parte order to get custody of those kids. Judge Guffee signed the order. DCS claimed Tori Harper was mentally unstable.
I've never had a speeding ticket. I have no mental health history. Like, I'm a good mom. I love my kids.
But Tori couldn't tell the judge any of this because she wasn't there. Didn't even know DCS was in front of a judge taking her kids.
For people who don't know what ex parte is, I always call it the behind your back. It's the behind your back order.
The only consolation was Tori's parents would be the foster parents during the investigation. But when they all went back to court, Judge Guffee ordered all 3 to be drug tested, Tori, her mom, and her dad, even though none of them had any drug history.
The things that these people did to our family was so against our Fourth Amendment rights.
Her father couldn't get to the drug test because he was keeping the kids and didn't have car seats. Tori says DCS had her and her mom locked in a room after the drug test and told them they would send a squad car out with the boys' car seats so Tori's dad could go take the drug test. Finally, police and DCS arrived at the home not with car seats, but with a new court order signed by Judge Guffee giving DCS custody of the kids. They are going into foster care that night.
1737. I just flipped out. What are you talking about? What does this mean? How is this happening? And I said, boys, you got to go with the policeman. And so I watched them walk to that police car, get in the back of that police car. And all I could do was go inside and blow up.
I had tears too, and it really hurt my heart because they told me that my papa didn't want me, and it just really hurt my heart that thing because he's never told me that.
And now this family, without a single allegation of abuse or neglect or even a failed drug test, have lost their 2 boys to DCS, to strangers. So what was DCS and the court hinging this removal on? That Tori was mentally unstable and they were concerned about the children's welfare? Tori got an independent psych evaluation, passed flying colors, doctors, dentists, records, report cards, high test scores, a laser-focused rebuttal to DCS and the Williamson County Juvenile Court.
There's nobody that knows me that would say that there's anything I love more than being a mom. And I'm not a person to brag on myself, but like one thing I know I've done good in this life is I'm a good mom. I'm a real good mom, and I love my kids so much.
Criminals have more rights and more protections than parents.
DCS dismisses the case. Judge Guffee returns the children to Tori Harper, but only after the children are in state custody for more than 2 months. Yes, it has left scars.
My little son, how he fell asleep, I always sing "You Are My Sunshine," and he always holds my hair kind of like this. It's just a thing that he's always done. So when I got my son back, my son then, because he was used to doing that, had held his own hair up right here on the top, and he had held it and pulled it so much that he has a huge bald spot.
When the skies are gray, you'll never...
Sweet Andrew now believes in monsters. He holds his mom's hair and prays they will never come back.
Please don't take my sunshine away.
Because of state law, DCS will not comment on specific cases. They did want to point out that everything they did was approved by a judge, but judges are also not permitted to talk about juvenile cases. I'm Dennis Ferrier, Fox 17 News.